We love celebrating holidays here in the United States. We seem to have hundreds, from the big religious holidays like Easter and Christmas to the more fun and somewhat silly holidays such as National Hot Dog Day, which, if you were wanting to know, is July 19th. I've been studying German for 4 years now. I recently passed the Seal of Biliteracy exam, which is an exam that certifies me as both bilingual in English and German. Part of having to pass the exam was being able to fluently write and speak about my favorite German holidays. Germany has many holidays just like we do, and today I'm going to help you understand some of them by telling you about the traditions for 3 of Germany's big holidays. To help make it more easy to understand, I will use both English and German terminology for certain things. So, the most popular holiday in German actually isn't a holiday at all. It's a festival. And of course, I'm talking about Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest isn't technically a holiday. It's a festival with a complicated history. It started as a celebration for a marriage. On October 12, 1810, Prince Ludwig of Bavaria wed Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen, and what followed was a 5-day celebration in the town of Munich that would become Oktoberfest. The original celebration for Oktoberfest concluded with a horse race that took place in what became known as Therese's Green, or Theresienwiese. During Oktoberfest, there would be a horse race for the next 3 years. As time went on, Oktoberfest morphed into the beer tents and the cuisine that we know from it today. Oktoberfest involves some unique traditions that were formed thanks to traditional Bavarian and German culture. Oktoberfest begins with a ceremony that is now shown around the world thanks to modern television. The mayor of Munich will take a hammer and tap and drive it into a barrel of beer with a cry of "O zapft is," which means it's tapped. This is followed by a 12-gun salute, which announces to the rest of the beer tents that they can now tap their own kegs of beer and begin the festivities. There is also traditional garb that is worn to Oktoberfest. Of course, is the iconic lederhosen and Dirndl. When you think of Germanic clothing, you can see the lederhosen in your mind. The shorts with the suspenders and the feathered hats to match. Lederhosen are traditionally worn by men, but in recent years, women have been known to wear them as well. The Dirndl is the traditional garb for women, the colorful skirts with the lovely aprons. Both outfits have history of being worth clothes for farmers and mountain herders, but over time they were adopted by the more noble class, and now they are considered the traditional drinking outfit for Oktoberfest. Now, the best parts of Oktoberfest come from the hundreds of food stalls and beer tents that are set up, each one featuring traditional food and drink from Germany. The most popular item sold at Oktoberfest is, of course, beer. But you just can't get any old beer. There's actually many different rules that a brewery has to follow in order for the beer to be served at Oktoberfest. The beer must follow the Reinheitsgebot, which Oktoberfest House lists as the follows. Each beer must have a minimum of 13.5 Stammwürze, which translates to approximately 6% alcohol, and must be pure, only containing water, barley, hops, yeast, wheat malt, and or cane sugar. The beer must also be brewed within the limits of Munich. There are 6 breweries that follow these rules. By German standards, they are iconic. They are Augustiner, Hacker Pschorr, Lowenbrau, Paulaner, Spaten, and Hofbrauhaus. Oktoberfest is a German-only holiday, but what about holidays that we celebrate with them? In Germany, Christmas is called Weihnachten, and they have a few different traditions that we don't. In Germany, Weihnachten festivals or Christmas festivals are very popular. In fact, there are over 2,500 festivals in Germany alone. The most famous of these is the Nuremberg Christkindlmarkt. It's known as the Little City of Cloth and Wood. You can find little handmade gifts and lots of fun treats. The Christkindlmarkt is one of the oldest Christmas traditions in Germany, with potential records of the market dating back to 1530. The market is hosted by a woman known as the Christkind. The Christkind is based on a biblical angel and traditions that every 2 years a young girl in Nuremberg will be chosen to play the Christkind. In America, our norm is to go to sleep on December 24th and wake up on December 25th so we can rush down the stairs and see what Santa brought for us. In Germany, that's not how it goes. The Santa will visit the children on December 6th, on St. Nick's Day, or Nikolostag. St. Nick will actually visit homes with children with his fearsome helper, the Nachtruprecht. They'll ask children if they've been naughty or nice, and often they'll reprimand naughty children and give gifts to the nice one. Even after Nikolostag's, children get presents from Christkind, but not on December 25th. Since it's considered that Jesus was born on the 24th in Germany, gifts are exchanged then. On December 25th and 26th, families will attend religious services and have dinner then. But the holiday season doesn't end there. Their holiday season continues even after the Weihnachten markets pack up. They celebrate New Year's in Germany too. On New Year's Eve, or Sylvester, they have a lot of different traditions to try to ring in the new year and see how the new year is going to treat them. It's called Sylvester because Pope Sylvester's burial ceremony took place on December 31st, 335. They ring in the new year with fireworks just like we do. Fireworks are the most popular way to celebrate the turning of the calendars. In Germany, most fireworks are legal to buy and set off within city limits. Germany has very few public displays of fireworks, and so many people have to make their own. Though, of course, there are still some displays, with the most being the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. Fireworks are pretty to look at, but there's more reason to set them off on Sylvester. Superstitious Germans believe that the loud bangs on the fireworks will ward off evil spirits. One of the most popular traditions in Germany is the attempt to see into the future. Bleigießen is the German tradition of melting lead and pouring it into water to try to predict your future based on the shapes you see. Of course, we know the dangers of lead poisoning, so several alternatives to lead have been introduced, like tin or wax. The metal or wax will be melted over a flame and then poured onto water to freeze it into its shape. There's a special guide to determine which shape what means what. Some fun examples include the Kelche, or the chalice, which means you'll have a happy future, or the Frosch, or the frog, which predicts a lottery win in your future. Certainly the future you'd want to see in your candle wax. Ah yes, holidays are much fun. I hope this speech allowed you to learn more about German culture and traditions that take place during different holidays and celebrations. We've talked about different traditions that happen during holidays like Oktoberfest, Weihnachten, and Sylvester. I hope that somebody learned something. If there's anything my 4 years learning German has taught me, is that Germany is a beautiful country with rich traditions that should be taught outside of the country and appreciated by all. Thank you.